you stuck to me. Glock 23, all 33. Won't put my tail for now, nigga. Bet I go out like on cap. Hey, it's your boy Cartier Carlo, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm finna go ahead and give y'all some good old gun content, man, and express to y'all why Glock is the #1 gun that I go to. It's a lot of good firearms out there, good handguns and stuff like that, man. You know, they some real good shooters, you know what I'm saying? We got Cannon, you got FN, you got Springfield Armory, you got Taurus, and a whole lot of other guns, you know, Sig Sauer and stuff like that. But to me, man, the simplicity of the gun and the availability when it comes to aftermarket parts is really key to me on having a go-to handgun, man. And Glock is really like top tier when it comes to the accessibility when it comes to aftermarket parts. You know, the only other gun that runs second in hand with it is Sig Sauer, but Sig has his little flaws, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's been word on the street that Sig, you know, they ain't figured out the drop safety situation yet, man. You know, people guns falling on the floor and pow, going out shooting neighbors and shooting upstairs neighbors and shooting people in their thighs and foot and stuff like that, allegedly, you know what I'm saying? But I'ma go with Glock because, like I said, man, the simplicity of the gun, you know, that polymer frame, man, you can do so much work to it, you know, do undercuts like how I got here, you know, do your little undercuts and grip reduction and stippling and all type of stuff, man. So that's one of the reasons why I like Glock. And then I'm gonna tell y'all this, right, before we even get into it. This is a Gen 4 Glock. You know, they got Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4, and Gen 5. You know, and all those gens have aftermarket parts that you can interchange and put on and stuff like that. Besides the custom work that you can do to the polymer frame, man, if you end up buying yourself a Glock 23, which is this right here, this slide right here is a Gen 4 Glock 23. You know, man, I did a little polishing and sanding down, did some polishing on it, man, to make this slide in the barrel, in the sights, you know, chrome. But the good about having the Glock 23, you pretty much at middle grounds. I mean, you could do this with the Glock 17, you could do this with the Glock 22, or preferably the 22 over the 17. But having the 40 cal frames, you know, whether compact or full size, I'm gonna give y'all some game on what you can do. I'm gonna give you 2 things you can do if you just so happen to buy this Glock 23 or the Glock 22, which is 40 cal, and you go to the range and you test it out. One thing about 40, man, look at that big old bullet right there, bro. This mother right here pack a punch. This is the baby 10 mil, you know what I'm saying? If you know the history of 40 cal is back in the 80s, you know, in Miami, quick little summary of it, back in the 80s in Miami, they had like a bank robbery or some such like that, and the bank robbers had 223, 762, you know, they had some high power stuff, but at that time, the police in Miami wasn't using much but like 380 special, 9s, you know, little stuff like that, revolvers at that, they was using revolvers, and the robbers had high capacity magazines, and you know, the police was shooting it out with them, man, and just 2 dudes, you know, police was shooting out with them, and them dudes was eating them 380 specials, 38 specials, eating them 9s, whatever they was throwing at them, man, them boys was eating it, but they was tearing them police up, So the FBI wanted to come out with a round with some stopping power, and they kind of overdid it. You know, they went in and they made the 10 mil. And that 10 mil was too powerful for the feds, you know, definitely the females is that. Because the 10 millimeter is a little bit longer. Anyways, you know, it's a little bit longer. All the gunpowder in that cartridge, man, was too much for them to bear and to get shots, you know, the shot placement. So they went back through and, you know, trimmed the cartridge down a little bit and they came up with the Smith & Wesson 40. But this mug still kicks. Some people can't even manage the recoil on it, says a little snappy. So if you end up having the 40 and you feel like it's too snappy, your shot placement on the targets is terrible, you know, and you want to do something else, you don't have to go out and go buy a whole new gun unless you just got a bag like that. If you got a bag like that, man, do what you please with your money. But you don't have to do that. One thing you could do is go online, go to any of these sites and type in, you know, it depends on what you want to do. You might want to drop from 40 to 9mm. And they have conversion barrels for your 40 that you could take out your gun, drop the aftermarket barrel in there, the conversion barrel in there, use the spring, get a different magazine, which is a 9mm like this one. This is 40, this 9mm, get you a new 9mm, and, you know, slap it in there and you good to go. And another advantage to it, maybe you feel like you want to up the ante, you want to up the power, man. You can go get you a 357 conversion barrel as well. You can go get you a 357 conversion barrel and put it in your gun, the same thing. The good part about 40 and 357 is just a 40 cartridge with a 9mm neck down, you know what I'm saying? So the head of the goddamn bullet is a little bit smaller. It's pretty much the size of a 9mm and it's just neck down. So you can still pretty much use 40 caliber magazines for the 357 if you wanted to do that. Or you might be in a situation like me where I had polished this slide of this gun and this is my EDC. So in some points, man, I get tired of carrying this 40 cal around. And I mean, 40 is a good defensive round to have the EDC, you know, to use for self-defense. But when I go to the range most of the time with my crew, they usually bringing all 9s, 223s, they bringing everything else but, you know, 40. And I don't like just spending money on 40s just to go to the range. That was one of the problems that I had was 40 wasn't just accessible at the range, you know, when I go do what I do. And it's still a little higher than 9. Like I said, I get tired of the point of when you chrome polish a gun, man, and if you slick OCD like me, you're gonna get tired of having to, like I'm finna do now, wipe the goddamn slide cause you got fingerprints and smears on it and all that little crazy stuff, man. You'll get tired of it, bro. You know, and I prefer a Glock, and you know, you got other handguns and stuff like that, you can swap them out. But we just using this as an example of you just down one handgun at the moment, but you want to be able to party with the rest of everybody. I said, you know what, man? Instead of me just buying a conversion barrel, 9mm dropping down, and still keeping the chrome polish slide, I said, you know what, man? I'ma just go buy me a whole different slide. This right here is an aftermarket slide right here. The thing is, this is a Gen 3 slide. See, now let's check this out. Let me show y'all something, right? If y'all can tell right here, the spring on the Gen 4 is a little bit wider than on the Gen 3. So I'm gonna show y'all this in a minute too as well. So, boom. I said, forget that, I'ma just buy this. This is an aftermarket Glock 19 slide, you know, from this company right here. You know, real affordable. You know, it come with the barrel and the guide rod. And then you'll have to buy yourself the little kit like the firing pin and this part right here and the ejector right there. You're gonna have to buy you a kit for that, but usually it just come with the slide, come with some sights, and come with the barrel and the guide rod. So, boom, so I don't want to make this video too long either, so let me just show y'all what we dealing with, man. So, boom, like I said, I get tired of this chrome right here. Sometimes I want to be blacked out. I don't got to worry about wiping this down this much, you know, and it's a 9mm. So whenever I do want to go to the range, this is everyday carry, self-defense gun. You know, ain't nothing wrong with 9 as far as self-defense either. You know, they make some plus P's and jacketed hollow points that gonna do the trick. And the velocity is much better with the 9 anyways, but I'm the type of guy, I'd rather hit like Mike Tyson and then to be fast like Floyd. I mean, that's just me. I'd rather hit like Mike Tyson than to be fast like Floyd. So that's the reason why I prefer 40 for self-defense and everyday carry. But I'm a posse, so my mind be all over the place. I don't even be 1 minute I like this, 1 minute I don't. So ain't no telling how I would feel, you know what I'm saying? And then this right here, then this another good part about it. And then let's proceed. So this is the only little thing about putting a Gen 3 slide on a Gen 4 frame. And I'm finna show y'all. Y'all see ain't no mad the mask right there, right? So boom. When you put this slide on the Gen 4, you got that gap right there. But they do have a slide adapter for like $15 online, you know, because right now it's not doing it on this. But usually it moves a little bit. But you can put the little slide adapter in there to keep all that movement from going on and to keep yourself from having this cyclone, this happy cyclone looking front of your slide. You know, your Glock. You know, happy cyclone. But let me tell y'all the good part about this too. So, boom. All I have to do is go online. I can either get a P80 frame or I can get a PSA dagger frame. And I can put my 40 back on my 40. And I have this and go online and order a complete frame. Slap it on this bad boy. I got 2 guns, you know what I'm saying? I got 2 guns that really cheaper than the actual price that I paid for the OEM Glock. That's the cool part about it right there. This slide right here and the little parts kit that go with it, man, was so affordable. It's just for the top. And then the top don't require a background check, but the frame, when you order the frame, you'll have to get that shipped to your FFL, your local gun store, if you don't know what that is, you know, and do your background check. Or if you got your CCW, you know, just go in there and fill out your paperwork, and in the next few minutes or so, they'll tell you come get your, you know, pick your frame up. So that's what I'm intentionally trying to do with this right here. You know what I'm saying? Found a little cheap little way to end up making a second handgun that'd be under what I paid for this before I did all this. You know, pretty much to the eyes of the gun store, pawn shop, or anybody else, man, they pretty much feel like I done destroyed the value of this. It's cool, you know. I made this gun to my liking because when I first had it, it had the finger grooves. You know, I did the frame reduction on it with the heat gun, stuff like that. Did the undercuts and all that stuff. They feel like, you know, I done did too much to it. I don't care. I do what I want to do, and this to my liking. Why even worry about the gun being too pretty when if somebody do something crazy, the situation gonna get ugly for them anyways. Lord forbid. But what you want to do? You want to try to attack me and get hit with something beautiful? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I'm gonna whip out that ugly duckling on your tail, man, to show you what it is, man. You come messing with low, you know what I'm saying? And I feel imminent fear for my life, you know what I'm talking about? It is what it is. But, yeah, man. So, like I said, man, if you don't want to do any of the other ones I said, I mean, if you didn't polish slide, you know, chrome polish your slide to where you get tired of getting fingerprints on it and you just kept it this color, but you have a 40, 23, or 22. Like I said, man, you can either up it and go 357 by getting a conversion kit. Those are like close to a couple of $100, you know, depending on what company or which site you use. But you might want to drop down to 9 because the rounds is more convenient. They're more affordable and everybody got those, you know. So you can drop a conversion barrel in it for 9, or like I say, man, that conversion barrel gonna really be about the price of this overall. The conversion barrel gonna really be about the price of a slide anyway. So, I mean, hey, man, why not just really go and get the slide? And then, like I say, you get you a P80 frame, or you can get you a PSA frame and go and make you an extra handgun. So that's gonna be the next step. Y'all stay tuned on how this gun right here turned out. But the good about it is, man, I can take both of these to the range and, you know, I can just slide this on there just like this, man. Just put that guy on there. This spring right here. It's getting a little in the way. I can just slide that on there right there. You know, take that out, go to the range and shoot 9 all day. You know, and then whenever I leave the range, just pop this off like that, man. Hold on, let's do it again. I ain't get a good grip on it like how I thought. You know, and then put this bad boy back on there and slap this in the holster. And we back to the EDC, man. We back to the everyday carry. So, like I said, man, this your boy Cartier Carlo. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stay tuned. Real soon we gonna go shoot this and test this out before I really just start carrying this around and stuff like that. Cause like I said, there might be a moment where I wanna start carrying 9, but you know, this fresh out the box. You know, this right here fresh out the box. So, and I ain't even test this out yet to see if it's gonna give any malfunctions or anything like this. So stay tuned for the range footage for that. Until then, man, y'all stay tuned. Y'all hit that like button. Y'all comment. If you ain't, hit that sub button. And if you rock with me, share this to your community wall, man, to bring some more views to this channel, man. And with that being said, the boy Cartier Carlo about this thing. Gon' cap on cap.
Working due to the scale. I just might send you a brick through the mail. Hop on the road, take a trip anywhere. I'ma bust down my wrist once I bust down the bill.